So I was just doing my little Bible journal here this morning. I was reading in 1 Corinthians, first chapter, and right here towards the not the end, but in verses 12 through 13 is what specifically caught my eye. And this is Paul speaking here. He says, "Some of you are saying I am a follower of Paul. Others are saying I follow Apollos, or I follow Peter, or I follow only Christ. Has Christ been divided into factions? Was I, Paul, crucified for you? Were any of you baptized in the name of Paul? Of course not." So before I get on to my explanation, I'm going to explain what my little study Bible says down here. It says, Paul asks whether the Corinthians' quarrels had divided Christ. This is a graphic picture of what happens when the church, the body of Christ, divides into factions. With the many churches and styles of worship available today, we could get caught up in the same game of my preacher is better than yours. To do so would be like trying to divide Christ yet again. But Christ cannot be divided, and his true followers should not allow anything to divide them. Don't let your appreciation for any teacher, preacher, or author lead you into false pride or misplaced devotion. Maintain your allegiance to Christ and to the unity he desires. So that basically explains everything I was just about to say. But that's just it. We aren't saved by the crucifixion of a Baptist preacher. We aren't saved by the crucifixion of a Catholic preacher. We do not claim our specific denomination, so Baptist, Presbyterian, Pentecostal, Catholic. Those denominations don't save us. The only thing in this world that saves us and makes us right in the eyes of God is the blood of his son Jesus that was spilled for us over 2,000 years ago. We didn't deserve it, and we did nothing to earn it. I think Paul says somewhere that his good works count for nothing. We could cure someone could cure cancer, someone could figure out how to cure world hunger, and that's not enough to make you right in the eyes of God. For all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. But thanks be to God through his son Jesus Christ, whose blood was spilled out for us. Jesus' death gives us life. The flag we should be flying into battle against the evil in this world is not a Baptist flag, it's not a Pentecostal flag, and it's not a Catholic flag. The flag we need to fly in the battle is the Jesus flag. That is what unifies all of us believers. We don't need to stick in our own little clique, well, I'm a Baptist and you're a Pentecostal, stay over there, we believe different things. There may be different preferences, but you don't believe different things. You shouldn't, at least. We all should be unified under Jesus, whose blood was spilled out for us. We shouldn't get into these little silly quarrels like Paul was saying here. We shouldn't be getting divided over these things that, in the grand scheme of things, don't really matter. We are all unified under Jesus, and I'm saying that a lot because I'm trying to put emphasis on that. One preacher is not better than the other. Baptist isn't better than Pentecostal. Pentecostal isn't better than Baptist. My preacher isn't better than yours. Your preacher isn't better than mine. The only preacher that is better than all is Jesus. And I really think that really explains everything that's here, because I see a lot of times, especially on Facebook, I think, or even on TikTok, people get divided over the denominations they are. Pentecostal some Pentecostal preachers might talk bad on Baptist preachers, and vice versa. We shouldn't be doing that. We should all be unified under Jesus. And I think that's pretty much what God wanted me to tell y'all. So I hope that this rambling made sense to some of you, and yeah. God bless and have a good day.